2GR.
Our next award is for Best Microsoft Game.
Ooh.
This
Okay.
is...
Don't get excited, guys.
This is harder than I thought. Honestly.
This was interesting. So our 5 nominees in alphabetical order are Forza Horizon 4,
Vroom vroom.
Gears 5,
Pew pew.
Gears Tactics,
Pew pew.
Halo Infinite,
No shooting.
and Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
No pop gears?
Pop Gears did not make the nomination top 5.
We're not going to discuss Pop Gears.
It
No
was-
one wants to talk about Pop
Somebody
Gears.
actually wanted to put that in the top 5. It just didn't make it the way things filtered out. But I will not say who that was. Because they are not here.
Not me.
What?
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it had to be. Wow.
So let's get things started.
Rudy.
Let's talk about Forza Horizon 4. This had a very good showing.
Yes, it
Dude.
showed a lot.
There
All
were
the
no cars on
seasons.
stage.
Yeah.
And they showed gameplay. It was
Cool
The
looking
seasons.
racing game.
Yeah.
Cool looking racing game. And they didn't feel gimmicky in the way a lot of times, like we're doing a shared experience. And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like it felt pretty legit. So, I mean, as exciting as you can make a franchise where this is like the 11th game.
It's crazy. Yeah, they have a lot.
But it looks cool. I kind of wanted to play 3. I super want to play 4.
Yeah, and it's arcadey too, which that's what I like about
Yeah.
the Horizon games. They're arcadey, so totally looks cool.
We
Very
talked
good
about
showing.
we talked about it. They're doing what like the crew wants to do, but better.
Yeah.
And they're not bragging about any of it. They're just like, we make a cool racing game.
Yep.
So, I dig it.
I dug it too. And I don't even really like racing games all that much. I thought it did a good job.
Okay. Good job, Forza.
We will see if it wins at the end. No spoilers. Second on the list was Gears 5. Also had a respectable showing. They showed a pretty long in-game cinematic.
Did they show gameplay for that? I don't remember.
They did.
Yeah.
Was it like broken up, like a
They
montage
showed
kind of gameplay?
they showed an in-engine. Essentially, everything they showed was in-engine because all the
Right.
cutscenes are in-engine. They showed a pretty long scene that was dramatic, and then they showed a gameplay montage that ended with another little cinematic.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I watched it a couple of times. I think I'm the only one who played 4 out of the group.
Yeah.
So I watched that trailer a lot, especially when I was sitting down trying to put together this list because I was like, I can't decide. It definitely looks better than 4 to me. I think that even this trailer compared to the announcement trailer for 4 was better. I still struggle to believe that JD or Kate, I think her name is, like the characters are as good as, Dom and Coltrane and all. Like they were just so good. Yeah. So I'm cautiously optimistic it will be a better game. They've got a lot of ground to make up if you ask me. So, but it was a good presentation. Considering they didn't show extended gameplay.
I agree. It was good. It tried to get you invested in the characters in the world with that cinematic. So I think it did fine.
It would have been easy for them to do mechanic creep, right? Where they could have just come out and been like, we've got this new feature, and here's the new way to play Gears of War, which is just the most boring way. Like, that's what they did with Halo 5, as I recall, when they finally showed gameplay for it. They're like, here's the new cool thing. And it's like, that's not what I care about. Like, I care about what's your game going to mean to me at the end of the day.
I appreciate they didn't rely on the, what's it called? The gun blade? The blade
The
gun?
chainsaw?
Oh, the chainsaw. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's got a name.
It's right up there. I have one.
Gun saw, chain gun.
I don't know. It's their bayonet.
The internet's already mad.
Yeah, somebody's shredding us
sorry.
right now.
Clearly, we don't play enough Xbox games.
I have played every Gears game.
It's been a while since I played the trilogy.
Clearly,
Meat Grinder?
No.
The Cerebral Board? No, that's something else.
Super Meat Boy?
So that was Gears 5. Gears Tactics was on the list. Cool. I thought this was a pretty out of left field
pretty random
selection.
Yeah, it's like they take the IP and make the strategy game. Yeah.
Great game for it.
I think I immediately said, like, as it was being shown on camera, like, what a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
What a brilliant move for this franchise.
Yeah.
Beyond also having Gears 5, which they showed after Gears Tactics, it was like, yeah, way to branch out your franchise into a different gameplay style with, a genre that doesn't have a whole lot of them out there that are super top quality. I mean, obviously there's the comparisons to XCOM and the comparisons to Super Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Mm-hmm. Is it so? It's
But-
more like XCOM, right?
Yeah.
Not like Halo Wars.
No.
No.
Halo
It's
Wars
a-
is like a StarCraft.
It's an isometric turn-based strategy game. It's like an Armory Wars,
Yeah.
Fire Emblem.
But it's funny how they've
Rabbids,
done this
XCOM.
twice now because they did it with Halo too. They took that and put it in a strategy game.
They put it. Yeah. Well, they got their
Yeah.
Age of
Yeah.
Empires development team to help.
But this is definitely a much less well-populated genre.
Yeah.
And one that you're going up against a juggernaut. You got to do a good job, but
Yeah.
perfectly suited.
Definitely.
Right?
The world of Gears, even with the whole cover system.
Yeah, like
I mean,
a cover-based
it
third-person
just makes
shooter.
so much sense.
Literally, you just pull the camera out a little bit. And
Yeah.
you're like, hey, look, we've got this. So
Yeah.
They've got so many monster designs that they can
They can
fall on.
definitely, yeah.
So
whose story they tell, where it's set, all that. I mean, there's a lot to learn from what XCOM has done. So
yep.
interesting.
Number 4 was Halo Infinite. This was the game they started off with, and if you go back and watch the trailer, they almost tell you right out the gate that it's Halo because there's those things that launch up into the sky that are in all of, I don't know if all of them, but in the previous Halo games, these things are constantly launching up into the middle of the Halo.
Yeah.
And if you go back and watch the trailer, you can hear them or you can see it going up, but you barely see it because they put it behind a tree.
Yeah.
Like, so it
And
was
then
there.
They tried to throw you off with the wildlife.
They tried to throw you off with the rhinos.
And it was a new
Yep.
engine. That's what threw me.
Yeah.
It did not look
Slip
familiar.
It
Space
didn't look
engine.
like Halo.
Yeah.
No. But damn, when we saw that helmet, it's like, oh yeah, Halo. I don't know. I think I'm the only one here that played Halo 5.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's true. I played
And-
4, but not 5.
That it wasn't like, it wasn't the revelation that I wanted it to be. Halo 4 wasn't that good of a game either, in my opinion. But Halo 5 was a better game. And even though the marketing made it seem like something that it ultimately didn't end up being, I still liked it. I still liked it a lot. And I was kind of excited to see where the story would go. This not being Halo 6 is weird, even though they are saying it is the next Halo.
They said it's a direct sequel to 5.
Yeah, so I'm not sure where they're going with the story, but
Maybe they're not calling it Halo 6 because they don't want there to be any sort of expectations of a finality of a
I mean,
trilogy.
they did say already this was a trilogy, though.
I have a theory.
They could be
Yeah.
going away from that.
I have a theory in general on this. If you watch that trailer numerous times and you think about the fact that they called it Halo Infinite, and you think about the fact that they are using a brand new engine, and they showed no gameplay, and not that that's out of the ordinary, but this wasn't even a cinematic, this was an engine, right? Everything that they did with this screams rebirth, purity of vision, going back to the basics, getting back to what makes Halo Halo. Like the fact that that whole trailer took place on a Halo that they revealed at the end, which we have not had
With
in
a lot of
quite some
open
time.
field. A
Right.
lot of driving around big
A
expanses.
lot of that,
spaces.
like new engine. It was just Chief, and correct me if I'm mistaken. That was Chief popping Cortana back in at the end. Wasn't
Well,
that what
we
that
don't
was
know
don't
if
know
that's
if it's
Cortana, but that
we
was
know
Chief.
that
Could be an AI.
So, at the end of the day, I think calling it Infinite and showing the Halo and it being a new engine and just everything that they did with it seems to me like they realized that they just veered way too far with 5. Like 4 was okay. Sledgehammer, 343 is taking over, and we're gonna try and we're making another Halo game. Okay, yeah, this is kind of similar with a new thing. Halo 5, totally different. All right, what do people love about Halo? So, I mean, that's what I'm hoping. That's certainly what they're going for. Whether they accomplish it, who knows? But I liked that trailer. It was
was
understated. It was just like, hey, yeah, I mean, you already knew we were doing it. Here's what we're doing.
I think it was more to show off the slip space engine more than
Yeah.
anything and tell you, hey, we're also making a Halo game with this engine. That's pretty much it.
So, you're probably the biggest Halo fan we know. I mean, you're the one who voted Halo Combat Evolved as our #1 Hall of Fame game. So
That's a damn good game, though.
it is a good game.
I want to see more. I want to see more.
Yeah, I agree.
It was an early reveal. I
But
wanna
that's
see more.
important. You want to see more.
I do want to see more.
And
Well, I would always, I will
See,
always want to see more.
dude, that
Halo.
first
Yeah,
Halo
Halo, it's
5
like-
trailer with the desert
Halo.
and the sphere rising out and him with the tattered, I was like, I don't care. I don't want to see more. There's nothing grabbing me about this.
Touche.
So.
This did a much better job than
Yeah.
that did. Last game on the list was Ori and the Will of the Wisps, sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, be still my heart.
I think this was the second game they showed.
I don't remember.
It was pretty early.
It was early on, but
and they showed a lot of gameplay.
oh my god, yes. Like Ori is a Metroidvania style, and I want to get away from using that term, but anyway.
I wish you had
Um,
used it because the whole time before when you were trying to get me to play Blind Forest, I thought it was just a platformer. I didn't realize it was Metroidvania.
Ugh. Anyway, so yeah, definitely that style of game. And the one thing that it did really, really good was the frigging movement. Like, you feel so good just jumping around, dashing through things. Like, once you unlock those powers, damn, the movement in that game is good. Even Hollow Knight, which we've been playing recently, has good movement, but Ori craps all over it. Like, it is just so good. And seeing that trailer and seeing all the new little movement things they're doing.
Yeah,
I'm
but
really
now
excited.
and you talk about it being Metroidvania, they're steering into that hard multiple weapon types. People
That's
complained
right.
about combat
Yeah, he has
not
sword,
being
dude.
enough in the first game.
He has a
He's
sword.
going, and I was listening to the developer
didn't
talk
have a
about
melee.
it.
Yeah.
They were he was talking specifically about how he wanted to add new combat thing. Like he was like, this is the big complaint. We wanted to add that in, so we added in more combat. I mean, crazy hype for that game.
Yeah.
And the showing was as much as it needed to be, considering that we know when it's coming out now.
And you and I gotta say this, so I know this game is gonna be excellent simply because a few years ago these guys developed a Metroid 2 remake. It was called AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake. It was obviously just a fan project. They took the I think the Metroid Fusion engine and remade Metroid 2. Incredible. Like, this game, if Nintendo took this game, bought the license and sold it, people would have been like, holy crap, good job, right?
Sonic Mini it up.
The team behind Will of the Wisps hired the guy that made that game. He's literally working on Will of the Wisps. That's incredible. That game is going to be amazing. There's I have no qualms about it. Yeah. Ugh.
All right, well, let's go through our nominee list. They were Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, Gears Tactics, Halo Infinite, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So Matt and Rudy got to pick this selection. They had to come up with the final award, so we'll save you for last, Matt. It's worth noting Matt and Rudy picked the same game, so there was no issue there.
Cool.
We'll start with me. I actually picked Gears Tactics, and here's why. The presentation itself was good. It was very fast. There wasn't a whole lot there. But that was the most my head has turned for a Microsoft-developed game since Halo 3. Like, it made me go, excuse me? What? Wait, what are you doing over there? Holy cow. And I mean, I'm not super vested in the Gears franchise. I played the trilogy. I don't even care that much about XCOM games. I hated XCOM.
That's right.
2. I loved Kingdom Battle, whatever. But it was just such a perfect, brilliant idea that for me, I had to give it to that.
Do you see yourself buying it when it comes out?
I am. It depends on when it comes out.
Right.
If it comes out in the land war minefield of 2019, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I am keeping an eye on it for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my personal pick. Onyx, you did not get to pick either, but what was your personal pick?
Ori, baby. I already lavished about it, so I'm good. Yeah, I want that game.
All right.
I gushed enough.
So Matt, I hope you remember what you picked.
Oh,
if not, I
I
can
remember
tell
what
you.
I picked.
But you and Rudy picked the same game.
Oh, I have a feeling.
We did also pick Ori.
Yeah.
There you
It
go.
was the easy choice. I forgot at the beginning of picking that was a Microsoft, and that just hit me so hard. I was like, man, this is a Microsoft game.
Yeah, it's an exclusive. Yeah.
It's the shining hope that there are good first party games. So no, super
that game was
hyped.
so that first one was so good. The
But
music,
I will say I was tempted by Gears. There were several games on that list, and every one of them occurred to me, and I was like, man, this isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. So Ori was a tough pick, but deserves it, I think.
Congratulations, Ori.
Good job, guys. Can't wait to play you. Can't wait to buy you.
Like what you saw? Check out some of our other videos and be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest content. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.